Hey guys, in this video I'm going to talk about the Warborne Above Ashes 2.1 content that was added called Runes. The rune system is a bonus benefit to each of the different drifter characters that you can play over the season, and they provide a unique buff of some kind based on the rune type and the rune selection that you go for each of the different types. You cannot have two of the same color runes. So, for example, right now I'm using Burst Charge. I couldn't also take Firestone at the same time. I would have to take one or the other on this particular drifter. And when you're selecting your runes, make sure that you're not doubling up on color too much. So, for example, if I'm using Selene as my main drifter and I have Moonveil as my off drifter, I'm not going to want to select, let's say, blue-green for both of them, because the upgrade system that exists for the runes to tier up, this material is unique to the color. So if you're only using blue and green runes, then you're going to have a bunch of red and purple essence upgrade material that basically is going to get like not used, is going to go useless. I don't recommend that. Try to, min max a little bit myself personally, but each of the different things has a different effect. Burst Charge makes it so that when you use 3 skills within 3 seconds, it grants 45% casting speed for 6 seconds. That is a 12-second cooldown. If I were to tier it up to tier 1, it would also just give me a flat 15% cast speed all the time. I haven't personally invested very much time at all, as you can see, getting dust, mostly because the upgrade system to runes, we have been told that it does not roll over. So I'll get to that when I get to it, basically. Um, I'm just now starting to get back into trying to grind underground content in general. For a while, we were having some issues. But once you're down there and you're doing the content loop that you can find in the other video that explains how to get the material, you're going to get the rune shards. You can buy these rune shards for either 2,500 of the egg type currency from turning in the exergy, or you could just buy them straight up with Eclipsium, as I did for this one. Basically, what this does is it allows you to pick one of the other 4 runes. When you have one of those runes, you come in here and you hit C, open your character, go to your character, click on your character, go to the bottom here, and you're going to click on one of these ones that you don't have. This is what it'll look like in the beginning. You won't have anything to select from, and you're going to have a rune of the particular type or a rune shard of the particular type in order to energize it. Once it's energized, you'll see that it lights up and you have the ability to equip it. You can take it off and put it on for this character only once you have it energized. So for example, I have overdrive here. Oh, my overdrive doesn't have access to any of these runes. None of them have been energized for my overdrive specifically. Now, I don't know if the energizing for runes will carry over to the next season. I don't know if, for example, next season I will have access to burst charge on my Selene. I believe that you will, but I don't know for sure, so I don't want to say that to you guys. It doesn't make any sense. Um, yeah, make sure that, like I said, you're changing colors. You cannot, for example, have 2 runes of the same color equipped either, right? And like I said, you make sure that you're using all 4 of the different rune types across your characters. I think that as long as you focus on those things and you upgrade them on I would call an as needed basis, right? You're going to get the benefit of doing this. Highly recommend that you put at least 1 rune on your main character. Otherwise, you're going to be significantly behind, right? Like that, I think that 45% cast speed 50% of the time is like pretty strong, right? Like I think a lot of these abilities are pretty strong. This one, unyielding, when affected by any control that isn't a slow, you gain 35% increased damage reduction for 6 seconds on a 20-second cooldown. Basically, what that means is that if you get stunned and you're going to get clapped in a ZVZ environment, it's just naturally going to make you tanky right when you're going to need it. But at the same time, like maybe this will just proc accidentally off of like micro stuns or sleep or something. I don't know. You're gonna have to read and go through each of the different abilities and pick the ones that make sense not only for your playstyle but for the drifter that you're equipping them with. Um, just as another example, I was messing around with one on Draknor. I had used the Firestone, which basically says that when skills deal damage to a target, you gain 30% movement speed for 3 seconds. You restore a little bit of MP on like what I would call a moderate cooldown. I probably won't upgrade this at all on Draknor, but it makes it so that when I am leaping onto the target with, say, Binding Smash on my mace, I immediately root that target and I get more movement speed to go further. Let's say if I want to, use them for ganking or small scale content or something like that. If you have any questions, guys, go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you have anything to add that maybe I missed, go ahead and throw that down there too. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.